Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. My name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom of one. Today I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the language lessons for a living education. When I was trying to decide on curriculum this year for language arts, I knew we needed something different. We used The Good and the Beautiful last year, and as much as I loved it, my son did not. When it would be time for language arts, he would fuss, and sometimes there were tears, and I didn't want that for our homeschool. So we already used math lessons for a living education, so I decided we would try their language. When I was looking for the right level, I could not find a video on YouTube that would show me the entire book. And so I did go to Masterbook's website, and you can open up a PDF and see some of the book, but I want to be able to see all of it. So I thought I would share the book with you. So for my son, I did pick level 4 because he's pretty strong in grammar, but when it comes to writing, he just needs a little bit more instruction. So I decided to go with level 4. And that's the great thing about homeschooling is we can tailor it to fit their needs, and that's what he needs, is just a little more writing instruction. Something I've seen on Facebook, on the Moms of Master Books Facebook page, and just floating around different places is, do you leave it in the workbook or do you take it out? The reason why I took it out of the workbook is because my son had a hard time writing in the math book. And he would say, oh, this gets on my nerves. Can you take this page out? And so I decided that this year I would just pull all the pages out, and it was very, very easy. They tore out with absolutely no problem. So I'm going to show you what his notebook looks like, and then I'll show you where the teacher helpers and things go also. So in your book, the first thing you're going to have is the daily schedule or suggested daily schedule. So it's meant to go over 5 days, but you can do that in any order. We're just an open and go, so it doesn't have to be a Monday when you start. It doesn't matter. You're just going to go in 5-day cycles. So it has a checklist that we're definitely going to use so that he can keep up with what lesson he is on. And then what I will do is I will pull out the page that he needs for that day, and then I'll put it back in here because he gets overwhelmed if he sees the whole notebook. The one thing I really love about language lessons is it's got a very predictable schedule, and if we know anything about kids, we know that they love a routine, and that's what they get used to. And so once they know the routine, they're comfortable with it, and you're probably not going to have a lot of resistance. So on the lesson ones, there's always going to be something for them to read. It's either going to be a short story with some narration, it may be a picture study, it may be a poem, or it may be a psalm, but that's always going to happen in lesson 1, and they'll come to expect it. So your child will read this, and then you'll do oral narration, which means just talking to each other about the passage and answering these questions. You'll also have something on the back, and this is all about analogies. And what I love about it is it's such a gentle approach. I mean, look how simple the teaching part is, and then what it asks the kids to do. There's no busy work, which is something my child absolutely hates. It's just a ton of problems, and that's something you won't find in this curriculum. It's a very gentle approach, very simple, and it doesn't bog them down with a bunch of busy work. Day 2 is where you're going to get your grammar practice, and so it gives you a little paragraph about what a noun is, it gives some examples, and then they have something to work on. Day 3 is where you're going to get in your writing practice, and it starts with just as simple as what is a sentence, what are the types of sentences, and a good review, and then they're going to write their own. Day 4 is always the same. Day 4, you're going to use this book, the 101 Favorite Stories from the Bible. It has beautiful pictures. And you can order this from Master Books as well. So on day 4, you would read the story. Then they're going to have something to copy. They're going to copy the picture, and then they're going to copy the caption. So if you're worried about handwriting practice or anything like that, this is a good place for the kids to practice their handwriting if you want them to have some extra handwriting practice. Day 5 is always the spelling. And here they introduce, not really the spelling rule, but these are your A words, and so you have to sort your words into these suitcases, and then you always write a sentence with it. And then it says for more practice, and it tells you can go to the back of the book, and I'll show you that in a minute. And here are some other things that you can do. I want to show you real quick what we're doing for spelling. First thing is, on Mondays, I will give my son day 5. He will always get day 5 on Mondays, and we'll talk about the words, and he'll sort the words on day 5. And then for him, let me show you this. I made my own notebook came apart. I made my own suggested daily schedule of what he would do. So on day 1, he's always going to get the day 5 that's provided in the language lessons book. On the first day, which will be our Tuesday, he will do the spelling boxes. You can find the spelling boxes on the Masterbooks website. If you'll go to Masterbooks, click on the level that you need. I know level 4 has them. I think I saw where somebody added level 3. You can print these off, and they look like this. So they have your words, and then they have these boxes, and your children just figure out which word needs to go in each box. And there's also an answer key for you, or if your kids get stumped, there is an answer key. So these can be printed from their website. So he will do that on Tuesdays. On Wednesday, he'll do something hands-on, which is letter tiles, writing with sidewalk chalk. He loves to write with dry erase marker on the windows, just something fun and hands-on to learn a spelling. The next day, he'll do a spelling website. We like to use Spelling City. We also like to use AAAspell.com and spellingtraining.com. All 3 of those spelling websites, you can input your spelling words, and then your kids can play a variety of games using your spelling words. So it'll be a little bit of work on your part. You'll have to go in and put the words in, but it'll be a lot of fun for your kids. And then on the last day, he'll review, and then he'll take a test. And so I just made him this checklist so that he could keep up with what he was on. So let's get back to the flip through of the book. Guys, right here I had to speed the video up because my video was too long for YouTube. But what you're going to see is the flip through of the rest of the book. It's going to take you through every day up until the last lesson, showing you the grammar, showing you the writing, and everything that's featured inside this book. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.